Hello and welcome to Observer TV News. It's Wednesday, November 9th, 2016. I'm Scott Dell.
And I'm Ashley Bruzaz. Here are the top stories. Donald Trump has been elected the President of the United States. Prince Harry is officially dating Meghan Markle.
And a new study shows that maintaining a Facebook presence can make you live longer. Donald Trump has been elected 45th President of the United States. The news has been met with some violent resistance here in Toronto. At the Gladstone Hotel's viewing party last night, there was an incident involving Trump supporters. A Clinton supporter spat on comedian Josh Infold. Some members of Canada's Muslim community are also worrying about the consequences of a Trump win. It's not just Toronto that is reacting to historic news. Here with full coverage of the international reaction is Observer TV's Evangelos Sipsis.
Thank you, Scott. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau congratulated Donald Trump after being elected America's 45th president. In a statement earlier today, Trudeau said he is looking forward to working with Trump and his administration the same way he did with the previous United States government. The Prime Minister also added that the relationship between the two countries serves as a model for the world. Scott?
Now, how did the rest of the world react?
Well, what's interesting, Scott, is that within hours of the results, the Kremlin sent a telegram to the White House. Russian President Vladimir Putin congratulated Trump and expressed his hope in restoring the Russian-American relations from their crisis. Scott?
Now, Evangelo, thank you very much. What was the local reaction among dignitaries?
Well, American diplomats living and working in Toronto spent the night at the Daniel Spectrum building watching the U.S. elections. The U.S. Consul General Juan Alsasi was at the event along with his wife Nancy. The Consul General and the State Department are very anxious in working with Donald Trump and his administration. Nancy Alsasi also added that the State Department will be working close with the new government as they did with the previous governments. Scott?
Meanwhile, Ontario Premier Kathleen Wynne is worried about Trump's possible effect on Canada's economy. She points out that America accounts for over 80% of Ontario's exports. Trump has promised to end the North American Free Trade Agreement. The Premier was a Clinton supporter. She's also worried that Trump thinks climate change is a, quote, Chinese hoax. Here's Kathleen Wynne discussing her thoughts on the Trump victory last night.
Is to make people's lives better and create the conditions that people will be able to succeed. And I think that has not been the tone from the Trump campaign, and that's very worrisome.
Toronto's Mayor John Tory also reacted to the U.S. election. Tory says Trump's views will soften on social issues. He cites Trump's acceptance speech as proof that he'll be a president for all his people. Tory says he doesn't fear for Toronto's economy, even though Trump promised to renegotiate the North American Free Trade Agreement. Tory has publicly supported Hillary Clinton. He says Americans and Trump will adjust to their new government. But Tory says he welcomes any Americans wishing to migrate here. In other news, a missing BMW containing 2 bodies has been found in a Mississauga pond. The car was seen partially submerged in a pond near 9th Lane and Thomas Street. The car contains the bodies of 2 brothers, 22-year-old Hazma Khan and his 22-year-old brother Sharuka Khan. The brothers have been missing since Friday night. They were last seen driving a silver BMW. And now with more local news, here's Ashley.
Toronto police have charged a 25-year-old man after his dog was thrown from a high-rise balcony in Scarborough. Police said they received a call at around noon on Monday saying that a beagle mix had been thrown off a building on Fir Valley Court. At the time, the dog was found with broken legs. When police arrived at the building, the dog was without vital signs. Police have charged Adrian Foster with cruelty charges, including causing unnecessary suffering to an animal. Police have confirmed that the dog has now died. The dog belonged to the man who was arrested. Toronto is getting a stunning new library. Construction has begun on the new Albion branch and will be ongoing for the next 2 years. The current branch will remain open throughout its construction and demolished after the new one opens. The revamped branch is right next door to the existing library at 1515 Albion Road. The new branch features will include more quiet study space, a Kids Stop Early Literacy Center, digital innovation hub, and more space for programs. And a University of Toronto study reveals the secret to a happy sex life. According to a social psychology researcher, in order for long-term relationships to work, it's not just about the bedroom. It takes hard work and effort to succeed. The benefit of believing in sexual growth becomes apparent after the honeymoon phase, as sexual desire begins to ebb and flow. Like everything else concerning human relationships, the study suggests distinctions between the two schools of belief are more shades of gray than black and white. The findings are published online ahead of the print in November issue of the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology. And that's our first look at news. Stay with us because after the break, we'll be back with all the entertainment buzz from Toronto to Hollywood.
Welcome back, and hello everyone. I'm Rose Hetherington, and here's the latest in the entertainment world. It's official, Prince Harry is dating Meghan Markle. Kensington Palace released a statement yesterday, letting everyone know that she's the prince's girlfriend. Markle's one of the stars on Suits. She lives and works in Toronto. She's been dealing with harassment the past few weeks. Harry's PR people say he condemns the sexism and racism, which is aimed at Markle. She's biracial. Rumors about the two dating began last month. Dumbledore's coming back. Harry Potter fans are going to be flocking to theaters a week from Friday for the latest installment of The Wizarding World. The movie's called Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. J.K. Rowling wrote it. It's the first of the 5-part prequel series. He won't be in the next weekend's film. In the second film, Dumbledore will be back. The director says they are still discussing who will play the character. And finally, Shakira has canceled her performances for the Latin Grammys and AMAs. She says that she's canceling the show due to personal matters. Throughout the year, Shakira has been working on some new music. She's recorded La Bicicleta with Colombian artist Carlos Vives. It's up as one of the picks for Record of the Year. That's entertainment. Stay with us, because we'll be back after the break with a story which looks at how Facebook users will live longer.
Hello and welcome to the Journal.
We are artists, writers, and storytellers. We are communicators, innovators, and collaborators. We are leaders, creators, and achievers, with one thing in common: a passion for storytelling. Bring life to learning at Centennial College.
Welcome back, and hello everyone. I'm Umema Chitani. If you're on Facebook, listen up. A study from the University of California found evidence that maintaining a Facebook presence can prolong your life. Researchers studied users who joined before October 2010 and studied their usage for 6 months. People who accepted the most friend requests were 34% less likely to die in the near future than people who accepted fewer. The research also suggests those who are tagged in the most amount of photos have the lowest risk of death. From Facebook to YouTube and Instagram, Muslim beauty blogger Noura Afia becomes CoverGirl's first hijab-wearing ambassador. Afia is part of CoverGirl's new ad campaign for mascara, Lash Equality. She is in the roster alongside celebs like Katy Perry and Sofia Vergara. And Scotiabank announced its 2016 Giller Prize winner for Best Canadian Fiction this year. Madeleine Thien took home the $100,000 prize for her book, Do Not Say We Have Nothing. This year's Giller Prize Gala was held in Toronto. And that's a look at lifestyle news. Now let's send it over to Raquel Russell for her thoughts on the outcome of this year's U.S. elections.
Donald Trump is the president-elect of one of the most influential countries in the world. Many are shocked, many are terrified. My social media feeds are full of American acquaintances fearing what this could mean for them and those they love. Some say Donald Trump winning was a classist response to elites in the country, while others say they were too afraid to elect a woman. We know that the electoral votes have given Donald Trump the presidency. The popular vote was won by Hillary Clinton. Just under 50% of U.S. citizens did not cast a vote last night. The results of the election are outwardly shocking, but they are reflective of a wave that has existed and reemerged in countries around the world. Will the president-elect and his team take any action to overcome the divisive nature that has emerged from this campaign? What will the transition look like? What I know now is that it's up to each American, every person that believes in democracy and inclusivity, to do their part in the coming days. There is good in this world, and it is always worth fighting for. And those are my thoughts, and that's our show for now. You can find the latest news on our website at torontoobserver.ca. On behalf of everyone here at Observer TV News, thank you for watching and have a good evening.
Hello, and welcome to Observer TV News. It's Wednesday, November 9, 2016. I'm Alicia Ratnaraja.
And I'm Renee Allen. Here are the top stories. Mayor John Tory looks on the bright side of Donald Trump's victory. Police are still looking for a suspect after a stabbing in Scarborough that left schools under lockdown this morning.
An upcoming Game of Thrones leak is also on its way. And now, to our top story. Mayor John Tory believes Donald Trump will soften his controversial stance. Tory spoke to reporters today saying he doesn't fear for Toronto's economy. He welcomes any Americans who want to move here. He says he'll try to find positive ways to work with the United States and convince Trump that Canada is a good partner and a good place to do business and invest.
City Council has voted to approve Mayor John Tory's Smart Track transit plan. The decision followed hours of debate between councillors. They raised concerns about the multi-billion-dollar cost to taxpayers. Torontonians might see a 2.1% increase in their property taxes to support the cost. The city's approval comes 3 weeks before the province's November 30 deadline.
Today, City Council voted not to support the development of a bid to host Expo 2025. Mayor John Tory did not think now was the right time for Expo. A city staff report estimated it would cost $2 billion to host the World's Fair. Tory said that hosting the Expo would mean less money for transit or housing, which was something he could not support. The vote was 29-10.
Meanwhile, in Scarborough, schools near Warden and Finch Avenues were placed on hold and secure mode this morning. Police were searching for a stabbing suspect in the area. A man stabbed a woman during an argument around 8. The woman wasn't seriously hurt. It was a domestic incident. The man's car was later found not far away. Police are still searching for the suspect. The precautionary hold and secure has been lifted.
2 brothers from Oakville have been found dead in Mississauga today. Police found 22-year-old Hamza Khan and his 20-year-old brother Sharuka Khan in a pond along with their submerged BMW in the area of Thompson Street and 10th Line in Mississauga. Peel Regional Police are investigating how the car wound up in the water. They are appealing to anyone who witnessed or has video footage of the vehicle in the area.
And finally, the Toronto Public Library will construct a new building in Etobicoke. They're putting it in a parking lot near the old building. The construction starts this week on New Albion Branch Library. The new library will include a 3D printer and kids literacy center and study spaces. It's set to open in 2017, but you can still take books out because the old library will be open during construction. That's our first look at news. Stay with us because after the break, we'll be back with the entertainment buzz.
Welcome back. I'm Charlotte Poon, and here's what's making news in the entertainment world. Donald Trump made international headlines late last night. Meanwhile, his wife Melania Trump was busy looking pretty for the press on Election Day. Soon-to-be First Lady Mrs. Trump showed up at Midtown New York Hilton Hotel. She was wearing a $4,000 white jumpsuit by designer Ralph Lauren. First Lady Michelle Obama has also been seen several times wearing Ralph Lauren as well. Maybe the White House could make an endorsement for the designer brand in the future. Prince Harry is finally ready to go public with his new girlfriend Meghan Markle. She's an actress from American hot drama series Suits, which is filming in Toronto. Harry has decided to make their relationship public because it has become apparent that fans of the royalty aren't accepting of his new girl. Their new relationship has been going on for months, but has recently surfaced to the media because she's posted a picture on Instagram of them wearing matching friendship bracelets. Harry insists on giving Miss Markle her privacy and urges fans to stop harassing her personal life. Brad Pitt made his first public appearance since his divorce with Angelina Jolie. He showed up in a private screening of a new film, Moonlight, in Los Angeles. The independent film is directed by Barry Jenkins. It is about a young gay black man's ordeal and the struggles he faces in life during the war on drugs period. Now, over to Jody with more entertainment news.
Thanks, Charlotte. Hi, everyone. The plot of Season 7, The Game of Thrones, has supposedly been leaked on Reddit. Fans are panicking, and some are actively trying to avoid the spoilers. Since the end of Season 6 this summer and the reveal of Jon Snow's true parents, fans have been trying to determine who will and won't be back for Season 7. Someone who claims to be close to the show quickly denied the claims from the leak. The post has been deleted, but the screenshot is still circulating on the internet. Amy Schumer has canceled her Canadian tour, including tonight's stop in Toronto. She was on her way to cast her vote for the election yesterday when she posted a video on Instagram saying she was sick and lost her voice. She apologized for disappointing her fans and has postponed her performances until February. In the video, she said she tries to do her best and doesn't think she'll be able to in her current condition. Fans of the Harry Potter universe can check out the props from its spin-off movie, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. Only for today, from 10 a.m. to 9 p.m., a pop-up exhibit of Newt Scamander's briefcase is on display at Yonge and Dundas. The stars of the movie, Eddie Redmayne, appeared at the launch of the exhibit last night, along with Catherine Waterston and Ezra Miller. The event is free, and you get a free wand if you dress in costume. Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them comes out next Friday. I'm Jody Anderson, and that's all from Entertainment News. We'll be back after these messages.
This concept of strength is crazy because I don't know what the limit is for myself. You know, being a human being at 165 pounds, this is the maximum I can lift. You know, it's every day I'm constantly pushing myself to see, can I lift more, can I lift heavier, and try and find that limit. And then once I feel like I felt that limit, then, you know, there's someone out there that can do a lot more, and then I strive to want to catch up to them and to be able to lift just as much. And it's just this endless pursuit, and it's incredible to be able to see that development and that progression over time. I'm curious to see just how far I can go. My name is Benedict San Juan, 29 years old. I got into powerlifting about 2 years ago. Just been spending some time in the gym and doing a lot of the big lifts, so the squat, bench, and deadlift. And I wanted to learn more about how to improve and how to get stronger at that. And a few people in the gym recommended me to look at powerlifting and look at powerlifters, and sort of found this community of people that were just absolutely amazing and really, really strong. And from there, I became fascinated with trying to see how strong I can be and how far I can push myself. One of the biggest issues that I have is everyone takes home a little bit of baggage with them. You know, whether it's anxiety from an upcoming test or stress from some group dynamic. Or one of the things that I find very interesting about coming to the gym and lifting is I have to leave all of that out the door. You know, before I enter here, I can't bring it in with me. I can't have those kind of distractions because of the fact that, again, you know, I need to be able to have as much focus as possible in order to do these lifts safely. And taking the time to focus and to ground myself, I leave all of that behind. It's amazing because once I'm on the platform, whether it's here in the gym or a competition, nothing else matters. It's me, it's the weight, and it's just my ability to be able to make a successful lift. In order for me to do the lifts, I need to have that confidence in myself. And it's the same thing with anything else in life, you know. If I want to ask for that promotion or if I want to ask for a raise, I need to have the confidence in myself to know that I deserve it or that I want to ask for it. When you're sure of yourself, when there is that element of decisiveness, it becomes a lot easier. And you feel like you can achieve a lot more when you're confident in yourself.
Welcome back. Donald Trump won the presidency after reaching 279 votes early this morning. He delivered a conciliatory victory speech in New York. He called for unity, thanked Hillary Clinton, and expressed his wish to renew the American dream. After a rough campaign, Trump also referred to those who didn't choose to support him. He asked for guidance and help for working all together. He said he will put Americans' interests first, but he will deal fairly with everyone. World leaders reacted differing after the election result. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau congratulated the president-elect and promised to work with him to boost trade and security. He expressed his wish to keep working on hopes and dreams as two model countries. In Russia, Vladimir Putin says he is willing to restore ties. In China, a foreign ministry spokesman said two mature powers will handle things well. President Enrique Peña Nieto tweeted that he trusts that Mexico and the U.S. will continue their relations with mutual respect. But there is still an uncertainty about what the Trump presidency will mean for diplomatic relations around the world. Canada's immigration site crashed during last night's U.S. election. People who tried to open the website only saw a loading page. Officials confirmed that the cause was of higher traffic than normal. The temporary program became a huge topic on social media. People suggested that this might have been caused by U.S. citizens looking for options after Donald Trump's victory. And that's the latest international news. Now over to Edine for lifestyle news. Edine.
Thanks, Lucia. H&M's latest collaboration with fashion label Kenzo was released on Monday to rave reviews. The collaboration collection features vibrant, street-inspired clothing for the everyday person. They're charging between $30 and $400 a piece. The majority of the collection has already sold out. Victoria's Secret Angels are getting ready for the company's annual show. It's set to film in Paris. Lady Gaga, The Weeknd, and Bruno Mars are going to perform for the event. Celebrities Gigi Hadid and Kendall Jenner will be joining the lineup of models. Jasmine Tookes will be wearing the $3 million Bright Night Fantasy Bra. The show airs Monday, December 5th at 10 p.m. Working long hours combined with minimal sleep may lead to poorer health in your old age. The Finnish study shows that a stressful life led to poorer scores for physical functioning, vitality, and general health. Researchers suggest people exercise, take extended breaks, and enjoy shorter work weeks to decrease adverse effects. And that's our show for tonight. For more on these stories, please check out our website at torontoobserver.ca. For Observer News, thanks for watching and have a great evening.